everyone. I'm Brenda Terry, spirit specialist and mixologist for Johnson Brothers, and welcome to Hospitality at Home. Today, I'm going to show you how to make Del Frisco's official to-go Rye Old Fashioned. This is going to be highlighting Dave Finney's Savage & Cooke's Rye Whiskey Lip Service. If you don't know Dave Finney, he is the rockstar winemaker behind Orin Swift. Lip Service Rye is really cool. What I like about it is it's aged for 3 years in new American oak, and it's also finished in Dave Finney's Grenache barrels. That's kind of the cool spin on that. So what that does for the Lip Service Rye is it kind of gives it this spicy, almost like a cinnamon note on the back end. There's little notes of ginger, hints of vanilla, a little bit of baking spice notes like clove and nutmeg. I think it works really well in an old fashioned, so I'm excited that Del Frisco is using it for their to-go menu right now. So we're gonna make an old fashioned. What is an old fashioned? An old fashioned is, by definition, spirit, sugar, water, and bitters. That's all it is. We are going to take 2.5 ounces of our Lip Service Rye, and we're gonna pour it into our mixing glass. Always use a jigger, it's very important. Don't trust yourself, you will never measure correctly. And notice when I measure, I always get it really to the top as it's tippling over because that gives me a true measurement. And I'm gonna do a 1/2 ounce. And beautiful, perfect. Okay. And we're gonna do a 1/2 ounce of turbinado sugar. Why turbinado sugar? Turbinado's cool because it still gives it a really nice, dark, almost like a richness to the cocktail. It's said to be believed that it might be a little healthier for you than refined white sugar, but it's not as deep as complex as like a brown sugar. So it's kind of like a beautiful middle of the road. So we're gonna use 1/2 ounce. Classic old fashioned calls for Angostura and orange bitters. Again, because this is a classic old fashioned recipe, we're not going to mess with it. So we're using Angostura, and we're also using Fee Brothers orange bitters in this cocktail. So we're just going to use a few dashes of each. We have our cocktail built. The next step is to ice it. So here's a few rules, right? Notice what I'm not doing. I'm not touching the mixing glass. I'm not doing that because my body is very warm and I don't want the heat from my hands to heat up a drink that I'm trying to cool down. It's gonna throw it off and I might mess with the dilution. Another thing I'm looking for is what's happening already, which is about this inch of frost that's starting to build up in my mixing glass. I say we have a few seconds left, so. I am gonna ice my glass before. All right, beautiful. Garnishing. We're gonna do an orange zest. So a few things to note if you're zesting at home and you kind of want the perfect zest, you want to have as many pores as possible. If you have too much white and you have no pores, then what that's going to do is that when you spray it, it's going to make the cocktail have a little bit more of a bitter bite to it because the bitterness is in the white pith. What I'm going to do when I spray my cocktail, I'm going to keep the pith facing me. I'm going to take my skin, I'm going to face it out to the cocktail. And then I'm gonna spray. So 1, 2, 3. And you can see it when you do this, you can see the oil spray onto the glass. You can also feel it. You can feel it on this side that it's kind of oily, which is good. And then I am going to roll my orange peel up and I'm going to gently drop it in my glass. And then of course, it would not be an old fashioned without those signature brandied cherries. And there you go. Cheers. All right, everyone, if you've enjoyed this video and you want to go support Del Frisco's, please do so. They are featuring lip service Rye Old Fashions on their to-go menu. You can get them in single serves, servings of 3, and servings of 10. Cheers, guys.